Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to the Daily Creative Challenges in Adobe Illustrator. My name is Julia Masalska, and I'm your host for this challenge series. We all have been hard working on on our designs for our ice cream festival. So I want to say thank you for everybody who is participating. I've been really enjoying seeing your challenge submissions, and you all are doing an amazing job. And welcome everybody in the chat. We have Anika, Margarita is joining, Gareth. Margarita is also the name of my mom. Glenn is here, and Fabio and Richard. Awesome. Ciao, Fabio. Good to see you. Murray is also joining from Canada. Let me know where you all are tuning in from. I am located in Colorado, and it's really nice and warm here. Really enjoying the summer so far. Let me know in the chat if you all are enjoying some the summer and some ice cream. All right, my friends. So today we're going to be designing a billboard together. First of all, for all of you who are new here, please join us in our Discord community at bit.ly/AI Discord. We are all there together, hanging out, sharing our designs, good or bad. It's all a progress, and it's definitely a safe space for you to learn and to submit your designs, even though maybe they're not perfect, but we're there to kind of support each other and to help each other out and to learn from each other. All right, my friends. So another thing that I would like for you to check out is our Daily Creative Challenge page on behance.net/challenge/illustrator. This is where you can see all the challenges coming up, and you can see today's challenge is going to be billboard design, and we are going to be designing a billboard for an ice cream brand using the Eyedropper tool to experiment with colors. And the Eyedropper tool we've also been using in the past challenges is just a very fun tool to experiment with. All right, Omar is saying enjoying the jungle in Tulum. Wow, Tulum! I've been always wanting to go. It sounds so good and so nice. Mariam is here from London. Thanks, Wade, for sharing the link to the AI Discord. Make sure to submit your challenges with the hashtag challenge. Hi, cool, awesome. So let's jump right into this. To get the starter file, make sure to go to Get Started, and this is where you'll be able to download the starter file that I've prepared for you. Challenge 8 Billboard Design. Just click onto that, download it, open it in Illustrator. If you haven't downloaded Illustrator yet, or if you're completely new, make sure to download Illustrator first before you open the file. And of course, you can also take a look at our past challenges in this series, and they all have to do with this ice cream festival that we've been designing for. So very exciting. I also wanted to highlight some of the designs that we have been I've been seeing from you guys, and we have here some bottle design from yesterday. It looks so awesome. This design is by Floor, and we have a TFY with this really cool ice cream festival poster with ice cream that's kind of splashing freshness and melting at the same time. Really nice. I also love this one, the two posters, the Ginginia Festival 2021. This looks really nice. I also totally think this looks sweet and sour because of the contrast of this pink and green. I also love the cherries and the way you use the assets to create your amazing design. Cool, awesome. That one, by the way, was by Mr. EMX. So very nice job, everyone. Here we have some ice cream packaging also from the past challenges. We scream for ice cream. This is so nice. I love it. And then we have and also submitting some bottle designs from yesterday. Awesome, friends. So let's go into our starter file, and this is what it looks like. I have provided you with all of these fun assets that you can feel free to use in your designs and experiment with. So today we're going to be designing a billboard. So let's create a rectangle, and let's pretend that we are already putting our graphics onto a billboard. So again, I'm using the rectangle tool. I'm just going to put a rectangle all across my artboard. And if you don't have the properties panel activated, make sure to do that. First go to Window and then activate the properties right here. Make sure you have a little hook in front of it. So that means that properties are activated. Properties will help you access all the tools you need in order to design efficiently. So I really love to use the properties panel because I always get the tools that I need to access right at the point of what I'm doing. So I have my rectangle. Now I have also a stroke here. You can see it's set to 0.013. I'm going to remove that stroke, and my fill I can now apply with my eyedropper tool. So I'm using the letter I on my keyboard, and now you can see I have this little sampler symbol pop up, and I can go anywhere and select any color, and that color will be applied to my rectangle that I've created. And in the same way, you can also sample character styles, or you can also sample different gradients and stuff like that. So not only one-toned colors, but also you can sample other things. Cool. So let's bring in our Synthemask font here. If you don't have all of these fonts active, make sure to activate them on fonts.adobe.com. These are the names of fonts that we're using for our project. So we have Synthemask, we have Epitaph, and we also have Termina Black. And when you're going to be working with Epitaph, you will notice that there are capital letters that you can use, but there are also alternates to all of these letters. Not to all of these letters, but to some of them. So when you, for example, okay, the A actually doesn't have that, but for example, the O will have alternates depending on the lower or uppercase of the U's. So for example, right now we have, this is a capital O and this is a lowercase o, right? So you can totally work with those different O's. And then we also have an alternate here, so we can even do something like this. So feel free to experiment and to play around with the lower and the uppercase in Epitaph, but I'm going to delete that one right now. So now let's bring in our Synthemask font, holding Option. Let's bring it into our artboard. And now it's actually in the background of our rectangle. So we're going to right click it, arrange, bring to front. Now we have it at the front. Now, what's going to be our slogan? I guess we scream for ice cream. I feel like that's been like a running slogan across all of the challenges that we've been doing. We scream for ice cream. Feel free to pick your own slogan for your festival, and yeah, and feel free to do that. Awesome. Moray is asking what's going to be the difference between the poster and today's billboard design. So first of all, the format. Second of all, we are going to pick a billboard mock-up together, and I'm going to show you how. So that's going to be kind of the second part of today's stream. So let's get designing. We scream for ice cream. There we go. Now you might notice that the line height is pretty high here, so let me put that all in one line for now. Okay, so billboards and how to design billboards. One of the most important things when designing a billboard is making it legible. So you will need to use very little information, because a billboard is something that you pass by, right? When you drive along the highway and then you see a billboard, you will need to catch that information really, really quickly. So billboards usually have only the most necessary information. For us, we're going to have this catchy slogan saying we scream for ice cream. And then we're also going to mention that our festival is taking place, our ice cream festival, right? So that's going to be the plan. That's going to be all the information that we're going to be providing, the festival dates, and also the festival name, then combined with this catchy phrase. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to add some design elements in the background for now. I'm going to push this one to the side, and let's actually open up a little piece over here, and I'm going to use some of these elements from our assets. So I'm going to use click Option and drag one of these elements over here. Holding Shift, I'm going to size it up just like that. And again, I'm going to use the eyedropper tool with the letter I, and I'm going to sample this green color. Now this kind of almost looks like a flag, which I kind of enjoy right now. Now let's grab these circles over here, and we're going to, or actually let's grab these. We haven't used those yet. Holding Option again, I'm going to drag and drop them up here, and holding Shift, I'm going to resize them proportionally up until the end of the page. And I'm going to again use the eyedropper tool with the letter I, and I'm going to see which color I want to use for this. Maybe the blue. I think the blue will look pretty cool. All right, so now let's get another little part here. Maybe these zigzaggy lines. Again, I'm holding Option, dragging and dropping this up here, and holding Shift. I'm going to resize it again so that it matches my size over here. Awesome, this is cool. Now let's again sample some of the colors for this black zigzaggy line. I'm pressing I on the keyboard, and I'm going to sample this red color. So now we have some really fun, eye-catchy stuff going on this side. And now let's make that "We Scream for Ice Cream" slogan white. I'm going to use the I for the eyedropper again. I'm going to sample that color, or maybe even just white. I think the white will work pretty well too. Now let's make this really big. So this is kind of the eye-catching phrase, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to make the size of this text really large. So maybe even around 300 point. Let's see what is going to work for us. Oh yeah, this is good. I like that. Okay, so let's actually size it up a little bit. No, this is actually good. This is actually perfect. Now let's increase the distance between the lines just a little bit. So I'm going here into my line height, and I'm going to go up until it makes it legible, and you know, it should be legible from afar. So this is our main goal for our billboard, that something is legible, that somebody can catch the information. We scream for ice cream, yay! This is cool. You can also feel free to outline this, holding Command Shift and O, and then kind of match it to the billboard size. We want to fill up the whole page. We want it to be really, really large and really, you know, into the face, just like our festival is, right? So this is pretty cool. Now let's add some information to this, and I see there is some space up here, and maybe we can even leave some space at the bottom, but for now let's try using the top left and right corner to place some information that's kind of necessary for us to translate into this ad, into this billboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the epitaph, holding Option, just like that, and I'm going to right click, arrange, bring to front, and we're going to put in our ice cream festival of ice cream, maybe festival of ice cream. There we go, something like this. Maybe we can even divide it into 2 lines, but I think definitely we should have it right aligned. Now we have a very different line height that we need. We can either set it to auto, or we can also adjust it ourselves again in the properties panel. So whatever you prefer. Maybe we can even create ourselves a little layout that we are going to follow with all of our design elements. So I guess we will kind of leave a little bit of a frame and a little bit of space around this, right? So I'm going to push that up just a little bit. Again, I'm holding Shift all the way just so I can resize proportionally. And now I'm going to copy paste this festival of ice cream element, holding Option. I'm going to place it on the other side, and then I'm still not letting go. I'm holding Shift in addition to that, so I'm on the same height, and I want to stay on the same height for this so that we have this very seamless layout going. Now we want to arrange this text on the left side for this side, so I'm going into my paragraph settings and I'm going to click Align Left. There we go. Cool. All right, I'm going to make this text box just a little bit smaller because I don't need all of this space. And what are going to be the dates? Maybe 07/12 until 07/15. Maybe it's a 3-day festival or 4-day festival. So we have our dates, we have the name of our festival. Let's make that maybe a different color. Or let's experiment. Let's see what is going to work. Maybe a blue, maybe, yeah, blue I think would work. So now we have the We Scream for Ice Cream and we have our festival dates. Let me push them down just a little bit actually. But to make sure that both of these are on the same height, you can select both of these holding Shift and then go down here into the Align tool, Align element. And we want to vertically align to the top. So now we can see that both of these elements are aligned in the same on the same height. By the way, if you all are having any questions, feel free to put them into the chat. We have Junai joining. Hi. Randall is saying, I love a good zigzag. Yes. Awesome. And again, you can feel free to experiment. So if you want to change that color, ooh, okay, this is interesting. And you can also create some variations if you like. So feel free to experiment here. And also, I'm going to put some background colors here because it's I don't know, it's a lot of white color here, and I want it to be as colorful as possible. Again, I'm using a rectangle tool, and now I'm pressing the key I on my keyboard, and I'm going to select this yellow, right click, arrange, send to back, and I'm going to place a background here as well. Now that one I'm going to make a different color. Maybe I'm going to repeat some of the colors. Let's see what works. Let's see what works. Maybe an orange. Yeah, that works pretty well. What about this one? What can that be? Maybe it can be a pink, a blue, no, a green. Yeah, I think a green looks pretty good here. Now, what else can we get here? I think the stars in white look pretty good. All right. Maybe we can experiment placing that orange around here instead. That could be also interesting. Okay. And now we can even place another color here if we wanted to. It's all about kind of experimenting with the space that you have and trying to see what works and trying to see what doesn't, right? So, okay, I think this looks pretty good. Maybe this orange, I can still work on that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like that pink here. I think a little repetition here doesn't is not bad. I want to adjust this green color here because I feel like I've been using a lot of green. Oh yeah. Okay, this is ready to go. All right, my friends, now we have some other design elements here going on the side, maybe some stars, and we can add those to our design to spice it even up more. It is already very spicy, but we can spice it up more. And I'm going to grab one of these stars. Again, I'm clicking on it, holding Option, and that's how I make a copy of my design. And I can right click, arrange, bring to front. Arrange, bring to front. Okay, there we go. Now it's placed in the front, and I can make those just a little bit bigger if I wanted to. I can also make those a different color, maybe a white. Again, I'm sampling with the eyedropper tool with the letter I, and let's place some up here into our design, just like that. Something really nice and shiny. Also, I'm filling up some of the space that we have. So for example, the E has a lot of red space up here. So I'm going to break it down a little bit and make it a little bit more interesting over here. In the same way, I'm going to do it here, but I don't want it to repeat it too much. So I'm going to resize this a little bit and make it a little bit bigger up here and place it differently so that it's always something surprising and different. Okay, and here I'm going to make it real small. Again, a different type of star. There we go. Cool. This is fun, right? Hi, Barbara. Good to see you. Yes, if you place the element as a background, it will look better. Okay, you can experiment with your design whatever you want. I am also a little bit in time pressure, so I'm going to do my design like this. I'm going to leave it like that, and as a next step, we're going to place it on a mock-up that we're going to create ourselves. And for that, I would like for you to go into stock.adobe.com. Then please go into the free section, and by the way, the free section has over 70,000 free assets that you can access and download and use in your designs. And here we're going to search for Billboard. Okay, and here, feel free to pick any of these billboards and place your design into them inside Illustrator. Of course, you can also mock it up in Photoshop if you like, but what I want to do is I just want to place a design in a rectangular format like so. So I'm going to select this image and I can download it for free. So I'm going to, you can click download here, and then you can access that image, and I'm going to quickly drop it into Illustrator so that I can place my design on top of it. All right, and here it is. I can just drag and drop it into my design. There we go. And I'm going to make it real large, holding shift so I can proportionally resize it. Now let me lock this object. So I'm going to click Command and 2. Now my object is locked, my image is locked. That means that I cannot mess around with it anymore, except when I unlock it. Okay, let's push actually these elements a little bit further to the center so we have a nice lineup over here with our We Scream for Ice Cream. All right, something like this. Okay, now I'm going to grab my design and I'm going to group it with Command and G, and I'm going to create a copy of this. Holding Option, I'm dragging it down. Now it's placed, oh, let me create a copy. Okay, now it's placed underneath my billboard. So I'm going to right click, arrange, bring to front so that I have it brought to front. Now I'm going to try and place it into my billboard. Holding shift, I'm going to resize it a little bit. And now you can see we still have some space, so we designed in a proportion that doesn't quite fit, but that's not a problem because we have a design that's flexible and we can double click into our group and we can extend our little box up until here, and we can extend our design as well. So we're going to grab all of these other elements inside the pink rectangle, except for the rectangle. So, and then we're going to move those into the center. Holding shift, we're just going to move those into the center of the pink rectangle. Okay, cool. And we have some little imperfections that we can definitely work on. So we can take the little shapes and adjust them if we want. So I can just, I'm just going to do it very unprecisely, to be honest. So now we have quite a nice preview of our billboard. Now what we want to do is we want to create an artboard around this image, and I'm going to use the artboard tool, and I'm going to double click onto my image. Before that, I will have to unlock it, holding Command Option and 2, and now I can double click onto the image and Illustrator will create an artboard that fits perfectly around my image. Now I'm going to export my design because my design is ready to go and ready to post into our Discord. So I'm going into File, Export, Export for Screens, and I'm going to use, oh, I'm not sure why the other artboard isn't showing. That is interesting. Oh, okay. All right, so we're gonna create another artboard right here, just around our regular artwork. And I'm again going into File, Export, Export for Screens. Now I have both my artboards with just the artwork and also the artwork placed on my billboard. And I'm going to export these and I'm going to post them into our Discord channel. Whew. All right, right here, this is our Discord channel, and here is the link to that again, bit.ly/AI Discord. Mohammed, it looks like you like it. That's awesome. Okay, my design is so nice. Yes, and you know what? It's funny that it all is about the elements that you're using and reusing. And we've been using these design elements that we've created this with over and over and over again. And we've been using the same fonts and the same color palette. And that creates a cohesive project, you know. So whenever we export this project, we are going to be able to have something that looks cohesive and it looks like it belongs together because we're using the same fonts, the same colors, and the same shapes or similar shapes. We're repeating them over and over again. I see also a way to improve this right now. I see there is some space over here, so I might place something there as well. Maybe my ice cream. Right click, arrange, bring to front, something like that. Just to fill up the space and give it a little nice, a little touch, a little something secret. It's all about experiment, honestly. And I would like for you to experiment and to have fun with it. Or maybe we can even extend the, oh, okay. So we're running out of time, but I would like for you to select mockup for your billboard that's not in perspective. That's going to help you to kind of place your design on top of it in a very fast and easy way, right? So in this case, I can like almost just place it on top and it looks quite like it belongs there, right? So make sure to select mockup that's not in perspective. Cool. All right, my friends, here's the link again, bit.ly/AI Discord. Now, I would like for you to take the challenge, and I would like for you to do something like this and submit it into our Discord. Cool. Marcus thinks use the smiley face. Yes, feel free to grab any of these assets and use them for yourself. Wade, thank you so much for posting the link. Make sure to join our Discord community. It's really a safe space, and it's a good environment to keep on learning and do something fun every day. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat, and thanks everyone for joining me today. I will see you all tomorrow. As you know, same time, same place. Have fun creating. Bye bye.